Right, today I've been called to this job. We've got a door that's banging shut. We've to do with this closer up there. So you're going with a bit of a bang. Got Jack on the camera by the way, which is making it easier. So I can put this cover off, like that. There's normally adjustments on them somewhere, but what you try to look for is oil leaking, because these are oil filled. That's how they work. When they leak oil, that's when it starts to bang, because you have a damper in it. I'm going to have a quick look, see if there's an adjustment on it, but I think we'll just end up changing it for a new door closer. Right, on the side here, that looks like the adjuster. If you see, we'll wind that in and we'll see if it makes any difference. So we'll open the door and let it shut. Slight bit of difference, not a great deal. I think that's probably out of oil. To be honest, it's it is, but to have to adjust it that far, there must be something not right with it. So I'm not going to mess around. I'm just going to put a new one. I'm just going to fit a new one. These ones here is what I use. These Britain 1110s. I find these quite good. They seem to go straight on. They're almost already adjusted. So I'll show you how they go on. First thing, I'm going to take the old one off. Got to be careful with this arm, because this is obviously sprung loaded. This will try and move back. There might be a bit awkward to get into. Use this long reach screwdriver. You can see the arm trying to swing back, so I'm going to support that. Not so bad with this one, but if there was a wall coming up here and you didn't support that, that would swing against there and you end up knocking a hole in the plasterboard or marking it. Right, so you all gone off. Obviously with anything like this you get instructions here. This is like a template, and you hold it up onto the door and it will tell you where to position the main body of the door closer. But after you've done a few of them, you don't really need the instructions, so I'll not bother with them. I'll just put those to one side. First thing I always do, I get the main body and then I work out which way up it's going to go. See, because you can either have it that way or that way, so that's the way that we want it. So what I do, whip that off and I just put a little arrow showing it's going up, so I know that's where it's going to fit on the door there. There's only one complaint I have about these. If you look at the screws that are provided, I think they're a little bit too short. When they go through, they're going to give you what, 15 mil grip into the door. I prefer to go for something like that. Use my own screws. That just gives that little bit extra grip into the door. What I'm going to do now is offer this into position. Now what you have to do, one thing to remember, you don't want this bar here rubbing off the top of the door. So I always clip it on like that, and then I can see roughly where it wants to be. It's normally about 8 or 10 mil gap from like the top of that there, sort of a 10 mil space at the top. So I'll get that fixed on, we'll screw that on, and then we'll start fixing the arms and linkages. I've got the two top screws in there, those longer ones that I put in. Now what I've found is this door has a steel plate. I don't know whether you can see it, just if you look down the edge there, I'll take a steel covering on there. So I'm going to use the original shorter screws on this bottom bit here, because they'll basically self-tap into into the steel. They'll just self-tap into that steel plate. What I'll do, I'll pop a pilot drill a hole in there first. They always come with these 6 holes, but they only ever give you 4 screws. But I've put my 2 extra in, so I'll put 4 of theirs in as well, just to make sure it's nice and solid. I think that door's hollow behind there, or filled with polystyrene or something, so see if they grip nicely into there. There'll be a timber button behind there, what those longer screws have run into, so it'll be nice and solid. Oh, okay, losing that screwdriver a bit. There's the main body fitted to the door. Just got the top arm to fit in the bracket to the frame now. So out of the bag of butt nuts and bolts and bits and pieces that they've got, that's what we want. We want that penny washer and that bolt with a lock nut on. That's what's going to secure that arm onto the actual closure itself. So put the arm on there, then this bolt has to go in here. Right, I'm just tightening this bolt in here to hold the arm on. If there was enough room, I would have got my screwdriver in there. If this lintel wasn't here, we could have tightened it like that, but just going to have to struggle on with the little adjustable. I've fitted the arm on, it's all secured. What I'm going to do is just check that it doesn't catch on the top of the door, just pull it back. You can see it goes straight over. It's working perfectly fine, absolutely fantastic. So now I'm just going to fix this arm to there. What I'm going to have to do is extend this, wind this out a little bit, this bar. I want to get it just about in the correct place when it closes. That's probably not too bad. That'll line up with the old screw hole, so we'll get that screwed in. I have to use that long range screwdriver again. I'm actually using the old screws that were fitted in the old one on this, because again the ones that come with it are pretty rubbish. I don't know why they do that. It's like that with most things, you know, they give you absolute rubbish screws for some reason. But not to worry, that's why I always replace them for the own. Right, let's get that in. Mustn't forget to tighten that as well, that locks against there. We'll do that in a bit. Right, we'll wind that back to there. That with the adjustable, just checking that everything isn't catching on anywhere. See what that's like. These are normally pretty much pre-adjusted, probably a little bit slow. So what we've got 2 adjustments here. We've got 180 degrees to 10 degrees, which is basically the door from open position to about here somewhere. And then this next adjuster, which is 10 degrees to 0 degrees, is your final latching adjustment. So that's the one that we want to speed up slightly, so we want to turn that anti-clockwise very slightly. Just keep doing that. Just perhaps a quarter of a turn. That's a little bit too much there because it's slamming, so we'll just back it back a little bit clockwise. down. Probably slowed that down too much now. Just these little minor adjustments just to get it closing right. You've got to remember as well, in the summer, when the weather's a lot warmer, the oil's a lot thinner, so it will close faster. So if we adjust it to be a little bit too slow now, in the winter when the weather's a lot cooler, it might end up not even shutting. That's not too bad, I think we'll leave that at that. Before anyone points out, yes, that isn't perfectly level, but I've had to use the old screw holes. I'll see if I can just possibly just straighten that a little bit, but I don't want to be drilling any extra holes in the fit. Actually, that's not so bad. There, I've managed to jiggle that and get it. That's nice and straight. To the final thing now, that little cover on there. This cover in. Always make sure it's got a bit of a bend on. If it's perfectly straight, it can just slide out. So you always give it a little bit of a bend, and that gives a bit of tension on it. And just slide that in with the Britain the correct way around. Then the OCD to keep that right. That's it. All done.